So in this next video, we discuss about the aims and objectives of the research when you write your protocol for a thesis. So the aim, it provides a broad overall goal of what the research intends to achieve. It is a larger and relatively diffuse statement that this is what the aim of the study is. For example, the study's aim is to understand the, the supervision of disulfiram in patients with alcohol dependence. So that can be a broad sweeping statement. Objectives are precise deliverables that are intended to be achieved by the study. They are generally divided into primary objectives and secondary objectives. Objectives are better if they are kind of smart objectives. Smart objectives are specific objectives which are measurable, which are achievable, which are reliable, and which are time bound. So if your objective is clear, it is measurable, then probably it is a good way to phrase it. And so that people are able to understand what you are trying to achieve. Objective should either be achieved or not achieved. So if they are too vague or too unclear, then you with whatever results come, you are somewhere in the middle. Right? So objectives preferably should be something that can be achieved. And the number of objectives, generally 3 to 4 should be good enough. You can have less, you can have more. It is preferred that you have one primary objective because that will determine how your sample size estimation goes. And then there can be 2 or 3 secondary objectives. Now, what are hypotheses? The hypotheses should be told in research which are hypothesis-driven research. Hypothesis is a falsifiable assumption about a particular outcome. So it is something that can be either be proven true or untrue. The null hypothesis says that there is no difference between one scenario versus the other. Scenarios can be groups of patients. Scenarios can be different outcomes. Example of a null hypothesis, there is no difference between the 3-month mortality in patients with opioid dependence who are treated with naltrexone vis-a-vis patients who are treated with buprenorphine. So herein, we are phrasing it in the form of a null hypothesis that there is no difference. Actually, the study intends to find whether there is difference or not. So the null hypothesis is to be rejected. Null hypothesis goes about saying there is no difference. And if the difference is proved through statistical test, the null hypothesis is rejected. And then we prove that there is a significant difference between the different outcomes. So with this, thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next video.